Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Vocabulary Buzz Chart. So if you watched, which you should have, the Watch Me Give Today's Instructions video, I showed you the words and how to set up your Vocabulary Buzz Chart on page 32. So I'm going to go through. Feel free to pause me and go back if you need to as we go through the words, which we have 6 words this time around. So our first word is incense. And incense are a material burned for its pleasant smell. And these would be used, first of all, nobody used deodorant in ancient times. It didn't exist. And showering was not as regular as we shower now, although the Egyptians were much better with their personal hygiene than later on people would be. But this is going to help with a lot of bad smells, and of course mummification inside those mummification tents, which were just like tailgate tents or like the tents that you see, at festivals and stuff. That's what they were using in the middle of the desert with potentially the, fabric walls or whatever, and I'm sure smell very bad in there. So you want things to smell good. So incense, some pictures of incense you can see, they can be they always have smoke coming out of them when they are lit because that's how the good smell is sort of diffused throughout the room. They can be big, they can be small, but the sticks themselves are usually fairly small and they just stick in there and smell good. So draw yourself something that will help you remember what an incense look like. And then for your buzzword, something really quick and easy. Maybe you write smell good. That could be your buzzword. Envoys, a representative sent by a ruler to make a deal or reach a goal. So this would be if a pharaoh in Egypt was trying to negotiate with Nubia, which is this other area of what is all now Egypt, but used to be broken up. They might send a person or a group of people there to represent the pharaoh because the pharaoh might not want to travel that far for safety reasons or for any other amount of reasons. So they send an envoy to negotiate, talk, kind of work out deals on behalf of the pharaoh and the empire. So this is not really an accurate picture. We don't have obviously pictures of ancient Egyptians, but this painting depicts a different culture doing, negotiating, talking, making a deal. Hatshepsut, an Egyptian queen who ruled for 20 years and increased trade. We're going to learn a whole lot more about her, but this is a very basic definition for her. These are bits of the one on the right obviously has been damaged, but sculptures of her that you'll notice that she has a beard, and we will talk about that in our presentation of her in a little while. It's tomorrow actually that you'll learn about why she did that, and it was actually a very smart thing for her to do, and she really didn't have any options, so you'll figure out tomorrow why she has the beard. It's fake, like a hook-on beard. Tutankhamun, so try saying that out loud to yourself so it kind of starts to feel comfortable. Tutankhamun, we're going to call him King Tut, but it's important for you to know his real name. Young king who is famous mostly for the treasures in his tomb. So we will talk about him fully next week. He'll get a full day devoted to him. But he is the most interesting because of his objects, not so much for the good things he did for Egypt. He was a child. He was 10 when he became king, 9. Different sources say 9 or 10. We'll actually go with 9. And he died when he was 19, so he really didn't have much time to make a big impact. But that is his death mask, is what it's called, but it was put on his mummy like a helmet, and it is real gold, and that blue we'll talk about later is called lapis lazuli, and that is a really rare, very precious gem from ancient times. Savannas, grassy plains or areas of flat grassy land. So further south in Egypt, there is this type of landscape as opposed to just being desert or that fertile area by the Nile. And you might have seen pictures of this in other places like the African savanna. Remember, Egypt is in Africa. Textiles, you're all wearing textiles right now. Woven cloth used to make clothes and other fabric items. So the little image of a t-shirt, you really weren't wearing t-shirts in ancient Egypt, but you get the idea that it's any fabric used to make wearable items. We of course have tons of color choices now, and some of your shirts might be super soft and cozy and some not so much. It all depends on what kind of fabric it's made out of or textile. All right, so your buzz chart should be all complete and you're all set for today. Have a great day.